Hi everyone, today we're going to be making this card that I made for Craft Roulette episode 158. The parameters were a peekaboo, rain, first grade colors, and a distressed edge. So I made this 5x7 card. It says I love you in the front. Now on the inside you can see the rest of the picture and it says rain or shine, and there's a rainbow and a sun and some grass, and they're in the rain and it looks like the sun is starting to come out. I am going to make this hole a little bit smaller because this was an afterthought and I had a little bit, had to kind of squeeze them in there. So I'm going to make this hole a little bit smaller to make it easier to fit those in. So to do this, we're going to need a 5x7 card base. Going to need my matte layer, which is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. Then on top of that will be a 4.5 by 6.5. And then on the inside, it will be 6 3/4 by 4 3/4, and that's going to be for the whole picture that's on the back here. So to get started, I want to stamp the picture that's on the inside. Now to do this, I'm going to use this stencil that I've had a long time. I think it's Crafter's Companion. I'm going to use this stencil I just got from Hero Arts, which is fabulous. It has grass on 2 sides, and then it has clouds, and it has a sun and some birds. And they also have a water version of this stencil, which is really great. It gives you a lot of basic things. So we're going to use that. And these are the squares. These squares are just something I have had a very long time, and they are, let's see, the big one is just over 2 inches across. So that's how big of a hole we're going to do this time. All right, so let me get my stamping platform. Put this on my sticky mat. I'm going to stick these in the corner. So this needs to be down here and over there, because the square will need to be here, and you want to make sure I have enough room for the I love you, which is going to be here. So that looks good. I also have this small stencil. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this or not. All right, so in this one, we've got the couple. We're going to have rain or shine. The sun will be up here. The rainbow will be over here. And then our cut window will be here. The size here. So everything will fit. And the only thing that will show through to the front will be the umbrella. All right, so that all looks good. So I'm going to pick all this up. I'm going to use my Gina K ink, and I like this ink because you can use watercolors, ink, colored pencils, alcohol markers. So it's nice, so I can color with alcohol marker and then go over with my water-based sparkle pen, and I don't have to worry about it running. This is crooked. There we go. All right, I'm just going to stamp everything all at once since I laid it all out. Oh, and this stamp here is an old Crafter's Companion stamp that I've had a very long time. I don't think they make it anymore. All right, I think that's good. All right, now to color this, I'm going to use Copic markers. These are the ones that I used coloring the first card, so I'm just going to use these again. So for the skin, I'm going to use one E11, I like the earth tone ones. They make good colors. This stamp is a little odd. In some of the places you have to kind of figure out where her leg should go. Because now I'm looking at the other one and I realize she's missing part of her leg there. Alright, so there's his hand is over here. And now her arm comes down here and then comes up here. So this time I'm going to make her dress yellow. I'm going to go over where all the shading is first, so it'll end up being darker. Let's see, then her dress comes up here. Here's her sleeve. Like that. All right. And I'm going to put a yellow stripe up here this time. So the two yellows aren't next to each other. Do orange, I guess, on this one. And there's a tiny little piece here of the other one hanging down. We'll make that one red. So there's that. I'm going to make his shirt a gray. His pants will be blue. Alright, there's his pants. And his shoes. Guess I'll give him gray shoes. See, the bottom of her boots need to be dark. Now her boots, I think I'll make her matchy this time. I'll give her yellow boots. And for the polka dots, I think I'll go in with red, which will probably make them a little bit of an orange. Okay, we have the sun. I'm going to go in with yellow. I'm just going to kiss the edge. So I'm not using a piece of paper underneath. Go into the inside. And while that's wet, I'm going to put just a little bit of orange in here. Then go back over it with the yellow. Yeah. Now for the rainbow, the rainbow I have here only has 3 stripes, so I'll do red, yellow, and blue. Now on the clouds, I'm just going to take a little bit of the C1 and just kind of go around a little bit. And when this dries, it'll just make it look not so stark white. All right, so now we need some grass on the bottom. So I'm going to use Gina K Grass Green. And let me grab a piece of scrap. All right, let's see. So both of these give you grass. It's just one is cut in and one is cut out, so it actually makes it look like 2 different things of grass. But you want to hold it upside down like this. My green. Go across. Then I'm going to raise it up a little bit, shift it over a little. Make some more grass. I'm going to come under her feet and his feet. Get a little more ink, a little bit more grass. Move this over. And I'm going to go up 1 more row. I'm going to use the other side this time. A little bit in between. And they are now standing in grass. Smooth it out a little bit. All right, there's our grass. Now we need to make rain. All right, so I'm just going to hold that there. I'm going to use Gina K Sea Glass. I like this color for sky and rain and things like that. And I'm going to go very lightly. Yeah, that's all I need. Very, very lightly. Always add more. I think that's plenty for the inside. All right, so the inside is done. I just want to add some sparkle pen on the clouds. This is just the Spectra Noir sparkle pens, the water-based ones. And I like these. I use these all the time. All right, we'll have the sparkly sun. All right, so that's the inside. So now we need to do the outside. So let's put all this to the side. Now there are many ways to do the cutout. I'm gonna show you the way I like to do it. All right, so I'm gonna take some, I have the Crafter's Companion one, and I'm just gonna line up my 3 pieces here with just a little bit of tape. where I want them. Nope, that's dirty. All right, let me look at this, make sure I'm happy with the placement. Yes, so now this is going to go here on the inside. So I need to figure out where I want to cut this. Actually, let's just do this. If I want the hole to be here, let's just measure it. So I want the top of this to be, oh, let's put it white on white. You can't see anything. All right. So I'm going to say 1.25 inches from the top. And 3/4 inch from the side is where I want it. All right, so 1.25 inches. So 1.25 inches from the top. What did I say? 3/4? 3/4 from the side. Okay. And this paper is the same size as the blue one, so we need to measure from the blue one. All right, so 1.25 inches. Brings it to here, to there, and 3/4 inch from the side. Well, that was pretty close. Right there. All right, now I'm going to open this up. Did I just put this whole... I did. Oh, look what I'm doing. I'm doing this upside down. All right. Yep, that looks straight. Now I'm going to open this up and run this through my die cutting machine. I'm thinking I'm going to have to use my electric one. And currently I'm using the Gemini. All right, to get it to cut through on the Gemini, I did need to run it through twice. But it did cut all the way through. So now, I can take my regular glue, glue everything down. Just line everything up with the hole. Yep, that looks good. So now we need to actually stamp this first. So we need the I love and the U. Black ink again. off. Bring in the rain stencil again. Now this time our page is a little bit bigger, so we have to kind of fudge it a little bit here. Let's make it some ink. Okay, I'm going to move it down and look to make sure none of this is overlapping. Let me see what this looks like. All right, I think we're good. All right, we are good there. Put the cap on there. Oh, I did not distress the sides. Oh no. Well, I guess I can distress this one this time around. All right, so let's cut the frame for the opening. So I just want to line this up, these little nesting dies. Make sure I have the same space all the way around. Let me run this through my machine. All right. This will get glued on here. All right, let me take the distressing tool, and this is something I've had for a while from Crafter's Companion. Each one of these little notches has a little blade in it, and you can just distress. I do like distressed edges on cards, so I've used it quite a bit. All right, so now this will get lined up here. Check the inside. That all looks good. Got a smudge in the back. I'll take care of that later. All right, so that's the outside of the card done. So now all we have left to do is to glue this on the inside. This will sit right in here. And there we go. All right, glue this in. Get that centered. And there you have it. All done. So see, I think the smaller hole looks a lot better. Yeah, smaller hole definitely is a lot better. So I love you, rain or shine. So that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, stay crafty.